Hello everybody, Michael Rose here from Patrick BMW, and I am so excited to bring you probably my favorite modern BMW, the 2 Series Coupe. Now, this 2 Series Coupe, this model code is the G42, and it is brand new for 2022. So heavily updated inside and out, brand new look. And I've actually spent a couple days driving this one. This is my dad's car that he ordered, and he's coming up to pick it up soon and has entrusted me with being able to drive it for a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about all the new features of this car, and we're gonna get really into it. And I have been waiting for this one for 3 or 4 months now. And I'm sure some of you have been wanting to know the ins and outs and see it for yourself as well. So we'll start up front with the car. I'm gonna pop the hood really quick. So in here, we have the venerable B58 inline 6. This is an engine that's very prolific in our model range. This particular car has the M Performance tune on this engine, so it's making 382 horsepower and about 390 pound-feet. Very robust motor for a car this size. It's a single turbo inline 6, very classic BMW, kind of what you expect out of a car like a BMW sports coupe. And it's just a wonderful power plant, sounds amazing, pulls super hard, and is really just sort of the jewel in our engine lineup. Closing the hood now, one of my favorite design features of this new 2 Series is this awesome power bulge in the hood. It gives it a really nice muscular look. Typically these things are only reserved for the cars like the M2, the M3, but it's a fantastic little detail that I think really enhances the sort of angry bulldog look of this car. Huge fan. Now I want to pay a little special attention to the color of this car. This is Brooklyn Gray Metallic, and we have a lovely wintry overcast day, so it kind of looks like that flat battleship gray that is becoming super popular in the car industry. But when you get some sun on it, it has a bit of an amber flake to it, so really cool effect, really dynamic paint. I'm not gonna lie, I picked it out for my dad. I think it's the best one, so it's really cool. This car also of note does not have our Shadowline package. So as we see on the grille here, and then sort of the air inlets down here, we have this brushed metal color, sort of bronzy. BMW calls that cerium gray, and it's also mirrored on our mirror caps and the exhaust surrounds, and on this particular car, the wheels as well. And I think it's a really clean look. Again, you can option the Shadowline package, just get this finished in black. And it's really nice, gonna look good either way. Moving around to the side profile of the car, one of my favorite things just about the 2 Series in general is its really tidy packaging. I grew up on BMWs from 20 years ago, one of the most legendary being the E46 M3. And it was about this size, and I really like this particular size. It just adds to the responsiveness of the car, makes it feel a little more special. And as I mentioned before, that same cerium gray color is echoed in the mirrors, and these awesome wheels with the M Sport brakes, blue calipers. Gotta love it. And then all the ground effects on the car that you see are finished in black for the 240. There is a 230 model that we've also received as well, and those will be finished in sort of a smoky gray color. It kind of adds to the low and angry stance of the car, and I really like how this turned out. Also of note, the flush door handles. These are electronic door handles. These are going to be sort of the handle that we're going to go with moving forward. I feel like it's a really nice clean look. And just opens real easily, incorporates the comfort access to the little strakes that you see there. Really nice. Now, moving to the rear of the car, we have a pretty aggressive black diffuser and the 2 exhaust outlets. This car sounds awesome. We're going to show you that here in a moment. And then these taillights are pretty interesting. They kind of have an inverted sort of, I don't know, kind of a swoosh pattern. It's very interesting. BMW is really kind of going nuts with their lighting decisions lately, but I think these look really cool. And then of course you have a nice little lip spoiler here as well. Let me fire this thing up so you can hear it. So yeah, this car sounds awesome. That startup was obviously in comfort mode, and then those couple revs that I gave you were in Sport Plus. And then if we want to just come around, I want to show, we won't get too into the interior because it's not much different than what you see on most of the BMWs, and we want to fit a test drive in. But I want to pay special attention to this door card here. This door card is unique to the 2 Series. We see some really cool texturing on the left side that continues into the rear seat passenger area. The contrast with the cognac interior is really nice, and it's not quite dark enough, but we do have on this panel here the new ambient lighting currently flashing because the door is open, maybe a little tough to see, but it's really, really neat. And what I'd like to do now is I'm gonna have my cameraman hop in the car and we're gonna go for a little drive. Again, I really view this as the legacy BMW. I, again, grew up on BMWs from 20 years ago and fell in love with them, and I think this car really embodies the spirit of what BMW has always been about, you know, just driving pleasure and luxury, but mostly driving pleasure. And I think this is just the right size, it's the right amount of power, it's not crazy or extreme, but it's just a wonderful daily driver, and I basically strong-armed my dad into getting one, so he's gonna love it. It's gonna be his first BMW, and we're thrilled to bring that experience to him. So yeah, this car goes pretty well, but it's comfortable too. You know, you have all-wheel drive as standard. If we throw the car in comfort mode, everything kind of calms down a little. We have, you know, nice compliant suspension, but, you know, still tight on the steering, which is really, really cool. And I feel like, you know, compared to something like an M340 or a 440 Grand Coupe, which share a powertrain with this car, this definitely feels more agile, more alive. I feel more through the steering wheel in terms of road feedback. It is obviously an electronic steering rack, but, you know, it's a lot more communicative than some of these other cars. And I can't oversell how much I love this car. And living with this car, you know, I spent a couple days, put about 50 miles on the car, with my dad's permission, of course, and it was just great. You know, I have mostly a highway commute. Throw it into comfort or eco mode, you're looking at 25 to 28 miles to the gallon on average. So, you know, it kind of offsets that premium fuel cost, and that's just so impressive. You know, I drive a BMW as my personal vehicle that's about 13 years old, and it's pretty much got this car's engine's grandpa. So I'm making about 20 miles to the gallon, best case scenario, and the fact that they just squeeze so much efficiency out of these cars is just amazing, while delivering the insane performance that you are capable of, which, like, come on, that's so cool. Again, I absolutely adore this car. And, you know, I hope we get a ton of them, and I hope it's a smash sales success for BMW, because I so badly want to see cars like this continue getting made and continue getting sold. So once again, thank you so much for joining us. I love this car, and we'll see you on the next one. Taking care of you every day.